The importance of checklists on my farm, I don't think could be overstated. I use checklists for everything that I'm assigning. So I have a whole complicated checklist for when I'm running the farm. So when I'm coming up with everything that needs to be done, not only for myself, but for workers, is a checklist. But then I have permanent checklists, which I worked on over the years for employees. And those checklists are a little different. You know, I call them initial lists because I don't want a check mark, right? For people who are doing something every day and they use a check mark, then there's a good chance they're not going to get done. There seems to be a shift in thinking with someone once they put their initials next to an item rather than a check mark. So I have these initial lists or checklists for a lot of the tasks around the farm, for a lot of the things we do around the farm, because it's impossible to remember everything. Nobody can remember every step and everything all the time, every day. But on a farm, you have to do every one of those things, because every time you don't, it could put you behind, cost you lots of money, and ultimately it's very expensive. And that's what checklists do. But without that initial on there, they just kind of lose their power if it's just something someone reads or actually puts a check in. But putting the initial says something clicks in someone's brain, like, oh, I got to make sure. I just sort of almost, put a signature on a contract that I did it. This farm wouldn't be able to run without them. It's become so part of everything we do is using those checklists.